Hey, welcome back. This is my first week of vlogging. I set a goal for my technology project, which is why I'm doing the blogging here to begin with, and the creation of my website was a goal that I've always had around blogging and vlogging and creating a website. So this project has more than just a purpose of a class assignment. It's also been a personal goal of mine around personal proficiency time with technology. So I'm really excited to have completed this endeavor, and I appreciate any of you all who have taken the time over the last 6 weeks to look any of my blogs or look at any of the resources on my website. But I've been contemplating over the last week about what did I want my first vlog. Yes, this is my first vlog. I've never done one before. So I apologize if I repeat myself. I apologize if I stutter a little bit. This is my first chance of being real, not just in the words that I've been doing in my blogs over the last 6 weeks, but into this vlog. And so as I've reflected over the last week about what did I want to talk about for my first vlog, because if you've been reading any of my posts over the last 6 weeks, I started off by talking about my first time blogging and what my purpose was, what I wanted to do. And then, of course, I talked about my dash. What did I want my dash to represent? And actually, that post was from a previous class assignment about what do you want your life to represent? That dash that's in the middle from your birth date to to the date of your death. What do you want that dash to represent? And so I shared a little bit about what I want my dash to represent. And then, of course, I shared that video with you as well. And then, of course, I shared several other things with you. My discussion on time and time as a doctoral student. And, of course, lastly, my last post was not really from me, it was from my wife. I thought it would be kind of cool to get my wife's perspective on my life as a doctoral student. When you have a family or and loved ones who support you in your passion and your dreams, it doesn't always just affect you; it affects them as well. And so, while I've talked about different projects and classes, and of course my one post on my study abroad in Barcelona, Spain, my wife and my daughter, they've been impacted by this doctoral program. I'm not always around, and so I thought it would be neat to get a perspective from my wife on her thoughts and the emotions that she goes through as a life as a doctoral student. And so I thought it would be kind of cool to have that twist. And so, of course, this week doing something new with a vlog. And so as I was going back to what I said in the beginning, what did I want my first vlog to be? I kind of been reflecting over the last week, and then of course this past weekend I had class and learned a lot about blogging. Some of my fellow learning associates, Dana and May Lee, shared with us about the use of WordPress. And of course, I'm not using WordPress; I'm using Weebly. And so I learned some cool things this weekend, and of course had Dr. Votruba for class on Saturday, and we talked more about our change strategy, and of course I have a post on there on doing a change strategy within a community. And then, my other class with Dr. Kishore, of course, is all about dissertation, and we're getting geared up. For me, this is my last semester of coursework. Actually, I'll be taking a couple of courses in the summer, but really and truly, my coursework is coming to an end, and I'm getting ready to start that next phase, which is that final phase, which is writing your dissertation, that dreaded dissertation that consumes you. And so, as I thought about what did I want my last two vlogs anyway to be, was number one, maybe talk about picking the right um, um, uh, doctoral program, and then of course talking about planning for your dissertation. And so next week's vlog is going to be on writing your dissertation. This week I wanted to talk about picking the right doctoral program, because as I look back on my last 2 years, I have had a great experience, and I'm glad I chose the doctoral program at Northern Kentucky University. I was in a doctoral program prior to this program, and I will not share what program I was in because I don't want anybody to think the negative about the program, because I think every program has a certain match, which means certain candidates fit better with certain programs than others. And so for me, the first time around, I had some personal situations going on in my life with family that I felt like I needed to take a step back and not continue on. And so I took a break, and that's okay. And so this next time around, of course, I looked around. I didn't necessarily go back to the same doctoral program, and found one that was right for me. And I truly believe it is. And so what I share with you today is not necessarily so much about my life as a doctoral student right now as it is about picking the right program. Um, Northern Kentucky University's model is a cohort model, which means you've got a group of people that you go through the doctoral program with from beginning to end. And I can't tell you how awesome that model is. I truly believe that it's been the best match for me. Um, Honestly, I truly feel like I have learned more from my fellow learning associates than they really have learned from me. I learned so much from each one of them. The individuals that are in my program are very special, and they're very near and dear to my heart. And so, and I feel like that was the best choice for me. I look around the room each time we have class, and everybody brings a different perspective. Everybody has their own lens of when we're having group discussion and we're talking about things. And so I really feel like it's a good fit. I think the university did a great job in terms of picking out the best candidates and who would fit together, because we really do gel well together. I think we all respect one another. I think we work well together. So no matter who works in a group together for the next project, I mean, we all work well together and we all do our fair share. And I really consider them part of my family. And really and truly, when you start a doctoral program from beginning to end, you are a family, and you need that family to support one another. You know, we were told in the very beginning when we started our doctoral program, whatever you do, there's a couple of things you don't do. You know, don't get married while you're working on your doctorate. Don't have any children while you're getting your doctorate, and don't move when you're getting your doctorate. And for majority of our cohort, one of those three things have taken place since we started the program. But we're all still in it. We all are still in it together. We encourage one another, um, because the doctorate is not easy. It's hard. And when you work full time and you have a full time job and you have a family, um, it's not easy. There are a lot of late nights. I can't tell you the number of nights that my family has all went to bed and I'm still pecking away on the computer at the kitchen table, um, sitting there working on an assignment. Or there's events going on and I'm not home. This past weekend, my daughter had her first soccer game ever, and I missed it. And so that was kind of hard going through class knowing my little girl was having her first soccer game and I wasn't there. Um, Next time we have class, she has her next soccer game, second soccer game ever, and I'm going to miss that one too. I'd be lying if I didn't say that you don't make some sacrifices, because you do make some sacrifices. And so all that has to go into consideration when you're thinking about what program you want to go into. Does it meet your needs? And in this particular case, am I willing to do the sacrifice and put in the time that's needed for it? But when you're looking at your programs, look at all the different programs that are available, and see. For me, looking at this program, what weeks that it meets. Because we don't meet every single weekend, but the weekends that we do have class and we meet, the virtual learning that takes place on Blackboard or whatever, online medium that is used. You have to look at all those things and make sure that it fits with what you want to get out of your program. For me, I can honestly say, after evaluating different programs and seeing what was there, and my past experience in a doctoral program, without a shadow of a doubt, the best decision I ever made was going to Northern Kentucky University for their doctoral program. Um, we are, it's really truly a family. The professors support us. Our fellow learning associates support one another. Our learning scholar community that gets together to just, talk about our dissertation and how we're progressing and moving forward with that. We all work together really well, and everybody wants everybody to succeed. The professors want us to succeed. Our fellow learning associates want to see each other succeed. And so it's just an awesome experience. And so, to make a long story short, with this really long blabbing, and as I said in the beginning, I apologize if I blab or if I stutter because this is my first vlog. I would say to you, for anybody out there who is looking to go and get your doctorate, and you're looking at the different doctoral programs, look at every single one of them that's out there. Find time to either meet with somebody about the program and see what the program offers you. Um, if you can talk to some of the professors, talk to some of the professors, get an idea of who they are and what they believe in. I mean, you don't get to pick your learning associates, and so, but I mean, you can get a feel for how the program is run, and I strongly encourage you to do that because that tells you a lot about the program. And you know, I've never doubted my decision from the first moment. I mean, I might have doubted my decision just because of trying to balance work and life and school, but I've never questioned my decision to be in the doctoral program because of what the program at Northern Kentucky University offers. Because, in my opinion, it's the best program for me. And for some, this program may not be the best for you. I think every program, as I said before, I think every program meets needs differently. And so, some may excel in other type of models better than others. For me, the cohort model works great for me and is what's best for me. And so, with that being said, I would just, my final thoughts would be is as you're researching and you're contemplating whether or not you really want to go for your doctorate, talk with different people about their experiences. Um, Talk with people about the program you're wanting to get into and make the decision that's right for you. Because ultimately, when you make this decision and you stay committed to it, you're committed to it for however long it takes to get your doctorate. And for some, or at least in NKU's program, they're done in 3 years. Some cases they're done in 4 years. It depends on you and when you want to get done and when you want to complete everything. And so I encourage you that, always do your research, always do your homework, and find that program that is what's best for you. Because I can say that when you make an educated decision and find that program that's right, you won't regret it. And I have not regretted my decision, and I'm excited to be a part of cohort 10. We call ourselves. We're the 10th cohort. That's part of NKU's doctoral program. Actually, there's 11 cohorts now because a cohort is behind us now. And so I guess you can say we're kind of the veterans, which is a scary thought. But that tells you how long the NKU's had their program, and I'm kind of biased. I think they're the best. So anyway, good luck to you in your search as you're looking for a doctoral program. And as on my website, you've got links to my email, and I'll be more than happy to share any experiences that I've had in my program with you, because like I said, I want you to make the best educated decision for you. And so with that being said, I'm going to stop babbling and complete my first vlog ever. So hope you find it interesting, and until next week, take care and good luck.